name is Patrice Jenkins, and I am a 3rd and 4th grade teacher. I know that during this time period of distance learning, a lot of families have chosen to do homeschooling. So I have 5 tips for parents during this time period. Tip 1, set up a designated area in your home for your child to have their classroom. If your child is doing at-home learning, they may feel kind of displaced because this is their house and they're used to roaming the house or doing different things in your home. But if you have a special spot just for them with an office space or a desk, then they can feel like once they walk into that space, it's time to learn. Tip number 2, make sure that you set up a schedule, but remember that the schedule should be flexible. If you're doing the homeschooling with your child, you need to have time for yourself as well. So make sure that during this time period, you go over the schedule with your child, list your expectations, and make sure your child understands what they can do and what they cannot do. Tip number 3, you want to make sure that you utilize online tools like Khan Academy, Quizlet, Duolingo, so that your child isn't feeling bored. You can have paper packets, of course. You can do old school type methods, but in reality, children are engaged with games and different ways to engage them. Another cool tool to use is also Go Noodle that keeps children active for PE time. And then of course, making sure that your child doesn't have specific times where they're just on the screen is nice too. Tip number 4, switch up the learning. You can incorporate life skills at home like cooking and adding math into your cooking with your child. Ask them to measure it and ask them to do some type of fractions so that they don't really feel like they're doing math, but at the same time it's fun. And then of course it's fun because it's time with you. And then our last tip, number 5, is to give your child and yourself plenty of breaks. None of this is easy and none of this is something that we thought we'd be dealing with, but your child needs to have break time. And when you incorporate breaks of 10 minutes or so, then your child has a chance to unwind and do some things that maybe they'd like to do. Give them choices like reading for 20 minutes, or if you want to have them listen to a podcast or listening to music that they enjoy, and then give them a space in the house where they want to do this break. So those are my 5 tips for homeschooling with parents. I hope that these tips were helpful for you. If they were, make sure you check out my blog post on Tales of Patty Pepper.